Okay, I got out here finally. That took forever. Okay, anyway, so let me switch you here. Okay, so what we're gonna be working on today, we're gonna make these pieces, the chevrons, so the stripes, and all these pieces inside here. So first of all, let's select the piece of material, and this is a little of a mess that I've been doing here. Where's my here? This is what I have made in the past. I take this out of here. Gonna move it over. I'm gonna take what is here. I take all this over here, and I'm gonna move it far so that I know that I'm not working with any of that. And what I'm working is what's close by. Um, Now with that, I'm gonna actually gonna get rid of all this over here. This piece of material, it represents the material I'm gonna be working with, or the piece of material I built. It's just a panel that I built to work with for this project, for this part of the project. And um, and then just gonna verify the dimensions on this. This is 440, 478 tall. So height is 478, 478, and the width is 510. So we go delete 510. That's the size of the material you're going to be working with. You can just verify that those are, no, that didn't took 510, 510, 510, and 478. Okay. Now, and the thickness of that material is um, 9.65. 9.65, a little thick. Nice. So we go here. So we go to the this here. That's good. And then we're gonna do this is 9.65. Okay, cool. Now and we go back here. So now we're gonna take all this out of here, move it out, take this material, and we're gonna tell it to center and should center with the here. Now we're gonna take the inside stripes. We're gonna copy them, Control C, Control Victor. We're gonna rotate them 90. Nope, that didn't took. Oh, yeah, it took. Okay, so we're gonna put this. I'm gonna bring it down about there. Okay, done. We're gonna tell it to center it. So we're gonna center it from left to right. Done. And then we're gonna bring it down there. Perfect. Now those are the stripes. Now I gotta get all the pieces from inside of the Air Force logo. Control C, Control V. Now one thing I want to make sure is that I take them so they're all pointing the right way, the correct way. So let's start with this one here. Ungroup them. Take this. And we're gonna start with this one. Where's my rotation? That's correct there. It might need, I could use a little more straighten it right there. I take this, done. We're gonna move it over. Okay, that's gonna be about there. Now take the other one, which is this one here, and we're gonna rotate again, and we're gonna do. And we're gonna place it just underneath it, right there. And now we're gonna take this one here and rotate. Okay. Gonna bring this one right here. I take this one and rotate again. Close. Bring it over this way. Gonna rotate again to keep it as even as possible. Yeah, done. I don't want to scale it. I want to rotate it. There you go. Done. Gonna bring it down so it fits in between. So I gotta get it about. I'm gonna give it about at least 10 on the sides. Okay, so those are good. And then the next thing would be these pieces. So let's bring. It's missing one piece. It's missing this one here. Well, all it is this one. So we're gonna take this one. First of all, we're gonna Control C it, Control V. This one we're gonna mirror it. Okay, so that way it's both sides. And we're gonna rotate it again. Rotate. It's good. Done. I'm gonna bring it over here. Oh, that's pretty good there. So we're gonna take the other one, bring it over this area, rotate. Okay. Now we're gonna take this one here, rotate, take 90. That's perfect right there. We're gonna take this. It's gonna sit right here. Circle is the next one. Just as it is, we're gonna put it here. Bring this one a little down. That's good there. I'm gonna make this one fit and I have all this space in the bottom. That would be too tight. I just put it here. And we're gonna rotate it. It's like this. Done. Bring it right here. Take the second one. Rotate it. Let's move it down here first. Rotate. Done. Okay. Now, one thing I can do here is I can reduce the space between these ones. So let's go like this. Let's bring down this one down. One, two clicks, two clicks. And this one down, two clicks. One, three, four. There you go. Now with that, I can bring this one down. Couple more clicks. And actually, I might be able to make those fade over there. Take this one and rotate this a little bit. Perfecto. I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna rotate it again. Okay, so we're gonna put this here and rotate it even more. Okay, I can take this one and move it over. Take this one and move it over. And all I'm doing is trying to make fit, take advantage of the space, use it as the best I can. That way I don't have a lot of waste or minimize the waste, because it would be a better word. Okay, now I'm gonna select all, not the outside, and we're gonna start adding tabs. So I like to add the tabs on areas that are flat. That way are easier for me to sand. And this is the flatter of these areas. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. That's a lot of tabs, but that's a lot to clean up, but it's the best I can do. 3 chevrons, all the parts of the logo. Perfect. Now we're gonna go to toolpath. I'm gonna select all that. I'm gonna go here, and we're just gonna do a contour. Yes, we're gonna use the 1/8. We gotta go to 10 deep. We're gonna this on the outside of those shapes. Perfect. We're gonna leave the tabs. So the tabs we're gonna make them 8 and 2.5, so they're easy to clean. And gonna go. Okay, gonna calculate it. I'm gonna disable this. This is 120 because it's very slow. So we're gonna go here. Oh yeah, this is very slow. We're gonna go 3 millimeters per pass. We're gonna plunge this at 500, and we're gonna cut this at 1300. We're gonna use a compression 88 bit. Is that? Let's see. Like we got 24 minutes. It's quite a bit, but that's good. Let's load this puppy to the CNC. Let me bring my CNC. Perfect. There's that is connected. It is connected. So now we're gonna load the file. Uh, Close the window. We're gonna load the file. I clicked the wrong number. No, I haven't saved the file. So we're gonna go here. We'll go save the toolpath. Yes. We're gonna call this today's date, which is the 4th, and it's today's first file. Okay, save, or today's first and only file. Okay, good. So we're gonna go here back to my CNC. Gonna go back one, and here's today's file. Open. Perfecto. Yes. We're gonna load this. We're gonna show you how I'm loading this into the CNC. Well, one thing I need to check. Where's my start? Okay, my start point is down here. About. Okay, show you what that looks like. I'm gonna put the CNC cam. There's me. Gonna be loading this puppy. The material. Okay, it's out. There's nothing underneath here. No, there's nothing. Okay, and we start clamping this thing. There's one there. Down here, I can pretty much clamp anywhere because there's no cuts being happening in this area for the most part. It's good. Gotta put this one over here. Now up here, I measure, and I need to be about 80 millimeters from there. So that's good there. This one, it doesn't matter because there's none. Okay. As long as I stay about there, that's pretty good. That's good. Then here on the side is going to be a problem because it's right on the edge. So let me see if I can move this one over. Can I move this one over? Put it in the middle. Oh yeah. Somewhere around here. About there. That's perfect. So right there. And then I just add another one here. Okay. That's perfecto right there. I'll bring this. Let's bring it to the front. Go to expert view. Now I'm gonna do a height check or Z check. The Z axis. Okay. And I'm gonna do a full XY0, XYZ. Bring it down. That's perfect right there. XYZ with a 3.5. You guys have seen this many times. Machine is doing its thing. Going down. Touch one. Touch twice. Going to the left. Touch once. Touch twice. Going to the front. Touch once. Touch twice. Okay. Okay. Put that away. Put the boot. Okay. There you go. Okay. I think this is all loaded. Let's cut. Oh, shoot. Stop. Guess what I forgot? I forgot to turn on the spindle. So it broke the bit. This is what happens when you're in a hurry. Ah, it didn't turn on. So let's go back to XYZ. I did not turn on the spindle. That's what happened when you're in a hurry. Okay, let's get the bit. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's use this one. This is a what? This is a down cut. Let's use this down cut. Here we go. Here's what happened. Broke the bit. See it? It broke. Okay, I mean, it happens. So now I just gotta go and change the bit. Here's the other piece. I'm just in a hurry because I got a few other things that I want to work and I have an appointment with a customer coming up in in about 2 hours. I need to get ready to go to see a customer, and I'm just going through these things trying to get it done. I'm just gonna set the XYZ. That's it, the Z only. So we're just gonna set Z. You know what? Let's just set them all, just in case. I don't think he held it back or caused it to get off, but trash, trash, trash. Okay, so that's all set. Now we can go. And this time, remind myself of turning the spindle. Okay, let's turn on the spindle. Let's do that first. Spindle. There we go. You hear it? Now I'll turn on the vacuum. Vacuum. Spindle. And now I can click start. There you go. That's what I want to hear. Now, while that gets done, we're gonna do some gluing. So I'm gonna move you with my other camera. What the hell? Oh shoot. I messed up, messed up, messed up. Stop. I messed up big time. Oh, you dumb, Carlos. You're so dumb. This is what happens. I told you, in a hurry, mess it up twice. I should have taken the first one as a sign. Ah, okay. I put the piece of material the wrong way on the thing. I might be able to still save it, but damn, I'm dumb. It needs to go the other way. It needs to go this way. Ah, God, don't come. You're so dumb. I just created so much work for me. Because now I have to sand this thing and to bring it down to 6 millimeters, which is good. I mean, I can't. I have enough material to do it, but it's gonna take so long to do it. Oh, goodness gracious. So then, I guess my plans of what I'm gonna do next just changed. Actually, I'm gonna still do what I was planning to do because what I was gonna do is to glue, and that way it can get the glue can get start to get dry. Okay, show you what I'm gonna do. I just went to the eye doctor and we got some glasses. Got an eye check, and then I'm gonna get some glasses done here. One of the things I decided to get was a pair of safety glasses. I keep using my one pair for everything, and it get all beat up. So I can hopefully they are in a better get another pair, mm, and I don't mess up my daily glasses. So what before I do that, I'm gonna move you so you guys can see what I'm working on. Camera's looking the wrong way, but you are gonna get you guys here. That's my mess on that side of the garage shop, whatever you want to call this place here. So now let me put this aside. Out of the way. Okay. Okay. This is what I just messed up, but I'm gonna fix that in a little bit. What I'm gonna do now, take this out. Okay, let me see. So I can use this one. I'm gonna need two of those and at least one of the bigger ones. So I'm gonna get rid of the one of the big ones, two of the bigger ones, which is actually no, I don't. Yes, I do, but for a different reason, just to support, not to hold it, but to support it. You see what I mean? Okay, so here's the piece. The way this is gonna work is I'm gonna glue this here like so, this way. I glue this in. I gotta go and check some things, but basically that's what I gotta do now. Before I do that, I just realized I need to plane this material to be the same thickness as this, which is the same thickness as that. So let's run this to the plane. And in order to run the planer, I need to connect it because it's disconnected. Oh, goodness. I think I should just not do anything because I think I'm screwing everything I do because I'm in a hurry. Okay. Okay, so let's run this. Goes in the bottom, clean this up. Okay, let's do this. one, press the other. Perfectly even. Perfectly even. Now I gotta take some measurements here because I want to make sure that this is in the right place. So I got from tip 555. Okay. Then I gotta measure um in from here 320. 320. So those are the two measures. 320 and 555. So I will see you guys on the other side. Move this down. Oh, you don't want to see this. Okay, here we go. So then what I'm working on is this. Okay, so now I have put this aside because I'm done with that. Go to the side. Move that over. Just lock it in place so it doesn't get. Now, here's what I'm looking at. So the first piece is 320. So I'm gonna take this piece here and go 300, 320. Good. We're gonna take this outer, shift this piece, and this other piece. Only two pieces. I'm gonna bring them over to the three I'm working with. So this one here, 320. Um, and what's the width of that material? That is a 190, 195. See if I got this right. See how much I messed it up. 195. 195. Okay. Okay. And then this one here is to go here, and those are 145. 145. Okay. Perfect. And then the last piece, they are 478 long. 478. Okay. And then this other piece is two, starting at 270. So let's make another rectangle. Times 100. 100 height by 208. 208. 208. Okay. And then it goes here. That's how that goes right there. Now, where do I need to place this? I need to place this. If I take these two and join them, I can go. Okay, that is what? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This and bring it to there. And take this. Oh, I'll fix it. Okay, let's join them all three together. Now take this. Nope, that's not what I can do. That's not what I want to do. I'll take another one, Control C, Control V, flip it, and it's going to go right here, there. Now I'm join those three together. Okay, now I take this and I center it this way. Perfect. I think that's it. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, and then my center, going to put my center here. So let's take a look at this. What size is this? This is 635. Done. Okay, but that's not for now. So the main thing I now gotta figure out is gotta put this material has to be this in there. Go 5 from the edge. Anyway, I gotta go think uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, so 50. 50 from this edge, I think. Let me get the material. Um, Pencil, cinco, cinco, then yeah, square. Okay, okay. That's my side. So you gotta bring this over here. Then just gonna cut it. Jesucristo acabó con todo. Jesucristo acabó con todo. Wow, that's gonna be perfect over there. Okay, so gotta get this thing set up. Okay, so now I gotta set up this. So this is where I need to glue my materials here. 210, 210, 210. Trying to make my marks so I know where I need to put this thing. Okay, let's go. Let's put this together. Switch to cameras again. Okay, here we go. See how much I can screw this up. Okay, squeeze my fat rear end here. Then make some marks. Okay, so this is how this is gonna go. This is the edge. That's the edge. That's good. We're gonna glue this puppy like that. I'm gonna move it over the whole thing so it's more here on the flat side. Okay, that goes there. That goes there. This one needs to be light. Okay, that goes there. Goes there. There. There we go. Much better. Much better. Okay. Now let's glue. Let's glue. We got clogged. Why am I not surprised? Let's get the let's get the lid off. Oh yeah, it's majorly clogged. Let's see if I can find a way to clean this. I don't want to poke a bigger hole because I think it's the right amount of glue that I get out. Maybe use this. Okay, here we go. Now let's put it back together. Now I can glue. Yeah, I just realized something. I think I need to mark my center line on the other side. before I glue it, because I think it's going to be much harder to mark it later. So let me do that really quick. Okay. How wide is this thing? 195. So half of 195, half of 190 is 95. So let's go 95. 1, 2, 190. So 95, 1, 2, 95, 1, and 2. That's my center line. Okay. Then I can draw a line between that, but now that it's marked, it's easier for me to go back to it. So here we go. 1 and 2. And we're just gonna put that goes there. This goes there. That goes there. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna put one from the top. Hopefully this thing doesn't pop up while I'm looking for it. One from the top. One from the top. There we go. Now, while this drains, I can fix my mistake with the piece of maple. Jesucristo acabó con todo. Jesucristo acabó con todo. Okay, so now, okay, put this. We're gonna take it like this and put it down. Put it on this other side. Now I can fix my mistake with the sand. So we're gonna close this. So that's closed. That's good. This is what we're gonna do now. Here you put. So what we're gonna do. We're gonna run my piece of material here, this, through the sander multiple times until I get it to get rid of all that. Because I am dumb. So now, first of all, let's adjust the height. That's gonna be too much. I think that's getting close. Yeah. So we're gonna have to run it one way then the other. See. I didn't like it. With your fingers. Maybe. Maybe. Oh my God. Anything. Anything. Okay, now we're gonna do a final sanding using the random orbital sander. Here we go. Okay, let's move this back to the cutting board. Okay, so that's now I gotta put it the right way. Has to be horizontal this way. Very probably material. Make sure I got it right. See, few things. Let me first this here. So you see it. This is the material I'm cutting now. So it needs to be horizontal. So this is wider than it is taller. So if I go here to the scale, see, it's wider than it's taller. Okay, let's get rid of this here. Discard. Okay, I think I'm just messed up. Fudge. Ah, anyway, let's get this done. Okay, so this goes like this here. Let me bring you in here. Okay, so here we go. This is what we're gonna be doing. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that goes there. Okay, so it's horizontal. It's gonna cut like this, and that's what I want. I want to cut in that direction. Okay. over here. Okay, let me get rid of this one because it broke. Get a new one. Okay. Okay, so here's this. Oh, come on, you. Come on, just get in there. Mhm. There's a lot of flex in the middle, but hey, that's what it is. Let's get, maybe I can, let's get a bolt here. Where's this one? Okay. 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 I'll deal with that. Okay, now let's bring you back in. And then let's take a measurement for the height. I'm thinking it's going to be about 5. Take a look. It's actually exactly 6. Okay. Okay. Let's put this away. What I'm going to do, oh, that cannot be. Okay, so let's bring it back to the front, do the height check. So to come to the front. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. I don't know why it's not bright enough. Okay, go towards 0. Take a quick measurement here. My caliper, where's my caliper? Where's my caliper? Let's take a, see if this thing's set equally. So let's zero it, 0. 52.6. 52.6. 52.80.78. 52.78. No, same. Okay, so good. That's good. Okay, so now I gotta bring this thing to measure the height. I'm gonna click Whoa. Okay. I'm just gonna do height. Probe. That's good. Now we can put them. So now let's try this one more